Today we will discuss about Chhattisgarh PSC AE question paper of civil engineering. Okay. Question number 1 is, while calculating the elastic modulus, the stress difference between 2 points under consideration is 40 megapascal and the strain difference is 2000 into 10 to the power minus 6. So, the elastic modulus of this material in gigapascal is. So, as we know, elastic modulus is capital E. So, we know the formula sigma equals to E epsilon. So, from this we can find value of E. E equals to sigma by epsilon. Sigma is given 40 into 10 to the power minus 6 minus 3 and epsilon is 2000 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, after calculation we will find the value 20. Question number 2. In a stress strain plot, the following points appear. Option A, limit of proportionality, B, elastic limit, C, yield point, D, ultimate strength, E, point of rupture. The correct sequence of occurrence of these points is, so this is the strain plot. Okay, and as you can see, A is here, B is here, C, D and E. So limit of proportionality A, elastic limit B, yield point C, D ultimate strength, E point of rupture. So in this way we can arrange this. Question number 3. When a material is axially loaded for a long time, it develops certain type of additional strain called as creep. Question 4. A rod made of aluminum alloy having value E equals to 72 gigapascal has length 0.5 meter and diameter 10 mm. The tensile stiffness in Newton per meter of this rod is. So as you know, tensile stiffness is equals to EA by L. This is the formula. By putting these values, E equals to 72 gigapascal, A equals to area pi by 4 d square and L equals to 0.5 meter. So after calculation we will find this value. Question 5. A circular silicon carbide rod exhibiting an elastic modulus of 450 gigapascal is under a uniaxial load of 450 megapascal. The strain energy density stored in this specimen is strain energy density, and this formula is sigma square by 2E because question is strain energy density. Sigma square by 2E, this is E, this is sigma. So after putting these values we will find this value. Question 6. The state of plane stress at a point is represented by the stress strain below. Assuming tensile force positive and compressive force negative, the principal stress in megapascal are, so 10 megapascal this is compressive, 50 megapascal this is tensile and this is compressive. So formula sigma p ka sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus or minus half of under root sigma 2 minus sigma 1 whole square plus 4 tau square. So values are, this is sigma 1, this is sigma 2, 40 megapascal, this is tau. By putting these values we will find 20 plus or minus 50 and value 70 and minus 30. Question 7. For the state of stress shown in the following figure, if Morse circle is to be plotted, if the diameter of the Morse circle is D and the principal stresses are P and Q, the values of D, P and Q in megapascal units respectively are, so this is 70, these are calculated from the previous question, 70 and 30. So diameter is total 70 plus 30, 100. and P is 70, Q is 30. Question number 8. The effective length for a fixed free means one end is fixed and other end is free. Type of column of length L as used in calculating the Euler's crippling load. So L effective equals to 2L. This value is being used in Euler's crippling load, 2L. Question 9. If the crushing load of a column is 3000 kN and the Euler load is 2000 kN, then the Rankine load is, so this is the formula, this is P Rankine, this is P Euler's, this is crushing load. From here we can calculate Rankine load. PR equals to PC into PE by PC plus PE. Value comes out to be 1200 kN. Question number 10. In bending of beam, the point where no bending moment occurs is known as point of contraflexure. Question number 11. In the adjacent beam loaded uniformly at an intensity A per unit length, the maximum bending moment is, so this is the diagram given. As you know, L equals to 2A. In this case, A equals to X, so this is equals to 2X. In this condition, the value of bending moment at the center point comes out to be 0. So the maximum bending moment must be, this is A into X by 2, comes out to be AX square by 2. In the adjacent beam, the maximum shear force is, the maximum shear force will be maximum at this support, that is A into X, AX. Question number 13. In the adjacent beam, the magnitude of shear force at point A. So this is not the diagram for this question. This is the diagram for this question. The magnitude of shear force at point A. This is the diagram. We need to find shear force at point A. Means first we need to find reaction at A. This is summation moment at C equals to 0. VA into 4 equals to 12 into 3 minus 8 into 1. Comes out to value VA equals to 7. So maximum shear force at A will be 7 kN. Next question. In the adjacent beam, the point of contraflexure is at a distance of. Point of contraflexure means where bending moment changes sign or equals to 0. Summation moment equals to 0. 7 into X minus 12 into X minus 1 equals to 0. From this equation, we will find the value of X equals to 2.4 from A. This is the point or distance from A where bending moment will be 0. That is known as point of contraflexure. Question number 15. According to the principle of virtual work, if a system of rigid bodies is in equilibrium under the action of a set of forces, then the work done by those forces during a small virtual displacement of the system must be equals to. So according to principle of virtual work, this must be 0. Question number 16. A glass rod having an elastic modulus 90 gigapascal, Poisson ratio nu equals to 0.2 will have its bulk modulus K. So we know this formula, E equals to 3K into 1 minus 2 nu. By putting the value of E and nu, we'll find the value of K as 50. Question number 17. The cross section of the beam I having moment of inertia Ixx equals to 3 into 10 to the power 6 mm to the power 4, and it is subjected to the loading shown in the figure. The neutral axis is situated at 70 mm from the extreme fiber. So this is the neutral axis. This distance is 70 mm equals to y. The maximum tensile stress in the beam would be, so we know this formula, m by I equals to sigma by y equals to E by R. From this we will find sigma equals to my by I. Value of I is given and y equals to 70 mm. So we need to find m. M equals to 1, and this is 1 into this distance 3 kilonewton meter. We will convert this value in Newton mm. We need to multiply 10 to the power 6. So by putting value of m, y and I, we will find the value of stress equals to 70 Newton per mm square. Question number 18. A prismatic bar has a cross section 25 mm by 50 mm. This is the cross section, this is 25, this is 50. And the length, this is length equals to 2000 mm. Under an axial load of 100 kilonewton, this is 100 kilonewton. The measured elongation of the bar is 2 mm, delta L equals to 2 mm. The tensile stress and percentage strain in the bar are, the tensile stress equals to force 100 kilonewton by area 50 into 25 equals to, so value comes out to be 80 megapascal. Equals to 80 megapascal. Percentage strain means delta L by L. Delta L equals to 2 mm and length given 2000 mm into 100 equals to 0.1%. Question 19. A metal bar of variable cross section as shown and length is subjected to 1000 kilonewton of force. The area of 1 meter long section is 10,000 square mm and that of 500 mm long section is 5000 square mm. Assuming the elastic modulus 200 gigapascal, the total elongation of the bar will be, total elongation formula summation PL by AE equals to P equals to 1000 into 10 to the power 3 by E value 200 into 10 to the power 3 L by A. We need to summation 1 meter means 1000 mm and area of this is 10,000 and this is 1, 2, 3 into 3 plus L 500 mm, area is 5000 square mm into 1, 2, 2. So after calculation we will find 2.5 in mm. Question number 20. A rectangular hollow section with external dimension 4 cm by 4 cm and thickness of 1 cm will have its moment of inertia about centroidal axis is I equals to B dq by 12. After finding the moment of inertia of the larger cross section, we need to subtract moment of inertia of this section. So this is the outer section and this is the inner section. After subtracting, we will find 20 centimeter 4. Question 21. A solid circular shaft of diameter 8 mm is exposed to a maximum torque of 64 Newton meter. What is the shear stress in the shaft? So formula tau equals to 16t by pi dq. So we'll find value of tau. This is t, this is t. Question number 22. When a body resting on an inclined surface just begins to slide down the inclined plane under the action of its own weight, then the angle of inclination of the inclined plane is. Just begins to slide down means greater than the angle of repose. Young's modulus of perfectly rigid body. Perfectly rigid body means delta L equals to 0. Young's modulus E equals to sigma by epsilon. Epsilon equals to delta L by L. If the value of delta L equals to 0, we know 1 by 0 value comes out to be infinity. Question number 24. If a simply supported beam with elastic modulus and E and I end of small span length L carries a point load W at the midspan, the downward deflection under the load will be. So this is the simply supported beam, this is the value W. So deflection, this is the standard value. We need to remember WL को by 48 EI. And the value of slope will be W 16 EI. Question number 25. A thin-walled cylindrical pressure vessel having radius 0.6 meter and wall thickness 24 mm is subjected to an internal pressure of 1000 kilopascal. The hoop stress in megapascal. Hoop stress, so this is the thin cylinder, this is the thickness. So the formula is PD by 2T, hoop stress. So value of P, this is P, this is R, this is T. So by putting all the values, we will find 25. Question 26. A solid circular shaft is to transmit a power P kilowatt when turning n revolutions per minute for a given maximum shear stress. The shaft diameter will be proportional to P equals to T omega. So tau equals to 16T by pi dq. So the value of T will be tau 16 pi dq by tau into 2 pi n by 60. So this is the relation. dq is proportional to p by n. That means d is proportional to p by n to the power 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is written in the form 0.31. Isotropy of a material means behavior of the material having same properties in all directions. This is the point. So the properties must be same in all directions. This is known as isotropy. Question 28. A purely compression member having its effective length equals to 9 times its radius of gyration would be treated as. So in this question L equals to 9K given. K is the radius of gyration. If let circular section, we assume circular section of type D. I equals to AK square, K equals to under root I by A. I equals to pi d4 by 64 and A equals to pi d square by 4. So we'll find value of K equals to D by 4. L equals to 9K. We find out K equals to D by 4 by putting this value. So the relationship will be L by T equals to 9 by 4. This is 2.25, which is less than 3. L by T is less than 3. This means this is the pedestal. Question number 29. A steel plate of width 120 mm and thickness 20 mm is bent into a circular arc of radius 10 meter. This is the circular arc and radius is 10 meter. If elastic modulus is 200 gigapascal, then the maximum stress induced in the beam is. Maximum stress sigma, we will use this formula, sigma by y equals to E by R. Y equals to T by T, that is 20 by 2. You have the value E and we have the value of R. We find out Y. So putting all the values, we will find 200 megapascal. Question 30. The beam shown in the following figure is made of 3 planks nailed together. The nailing is done at a spacing of 25 mm. If the vertical shear in the beam is 640 Newton and the moment of inertia I is given, the shear flow on the lower surface of the upper plank will be. So this question is asking is here. So shear flow we know tau T, force per unit length. So tau equals to Fa y bar by Ib. All the values are given, F value given, A given, y bar is this. This is y bar. Ib, shear flow will be tau B, B we cancel. By solving this formula, we will find 4800. Question 31. A 6.4 meter long simply wrought iron beam carries a point load at its midpoint, 48 kilonewton. The moment of inertia I given, elastic modulus given, then the deflection at the midpoint of the beam. So this is the standard value, delta equals to WL by 48 EI. All the values are given. By solving this, we will find 17.06. Next question, this is the differential. So question is asking about differential equation. We'll solve this problem in the next video. So the solution is this. The zero force members in the truss sonar. So when at a point, if two forces are linear and another member is there, this must be 0. So in this case, this is the 0 and this is 0, and 2 and 8 will be answer. Question number 34. The following structure is statically indeterminate to the degree of. So number of chords will be 1, 2, 3. Number of chords 3 into 3 is minus. In this case 3, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 9 equals to 0. The adjacent frame is indeterminate to the degree of. Number of chords is 1, 2, 3 into number of chords 3 minus, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, minus 3, 6 minus 3, 3. Question number 36. The beam is loaded as shown in the figure. The magnitude of bending moment at A. So 5 into 12, this is the CG, then this distance will be 6 into 6 minus, plus half into 15 minus 5 into, because this value is 10, into L by 3 means 12 by 3, value will be 600 kilonewton meter. For a pin jointed frame at points A, B and C, the horizontal component of reaction at A, HA. So first we need to find value of BA. Summation moment at C equals to 0. BA into 6 equals to 15 into 3. The value BA equals to 15 by 2. After calculation of BA, we need to using this summation moment of B equals to 0, we will find the value of HA. Question number 38. Where maximum bending moment occurs in a beam, the shear force at that location is. Where maximum bending moment occurs in a beam, shear force will be 0.